All right, let's try this again. Hey, look at that. The mic actually works this time. What's so like before I start these streams, I always do like an audio test to try and make sure that things are like good on my end, and then I start it, and it's like, nope. At least the EAD 10 was working, but hey, welcome everybody. I'm actually able to talk. I was testing by singing some Wii music into the microphone, and it did not work. Maybe I just got copyright claimed. All right, anyways, goofs aside, welcome. So in these practice streams, I like to share how I practice and what I'm practicing. Today, I'm working on the Songo, and I am not able to play the Songo, like, at all yet. So the pattern that I'm going to be working on is that. That's the ostinato while you read through parts on the snare, and so I'm going to slowly try and work through that. Now, in any of these practice streams, I will include timestamps in the description for every single one of those. There's over 300 of them, so you can see how I was practicing or what I was talking about. People will come in and often ask me some questions, and I will give some feedback on how to improve as a drummer, because I've been drumming since 1998. I have a bachelor's, master's, PhD in music education, and have a lot of experience in teaching and in performing. So I will turn those questions that people ask me into edited down versions that are more compressed or condensed, and I put them in this drumming tips playlist, which currently has 77 videos available. All these ones that say members first are scheduled to release for free, so stay tuned for that. But you can find all of this and all the play-alongs that I'm going to use on my home tab of YouTube. Right here under the drumming content, you just click and it shows you literally over 2,000 play-alongs, drumming tips, live stream sessions, etc. It'll keep you busy for a while. There's like 3,000 hours of drumming content, I think. So a lot. But all of this can be found if you're on vertical at /drum on my website and at the first link at the top of the descriptions of each one of the YouTube videos. So we've got 56 chop exercises, over 900 grid variations, a bunch of limb independent stuff. We're going to be working on these eighth note timing exercises, but there's also 55 drum charts for straight and swung, over 400 marching bass stuff, just under 300 technique stuff. And then here's the tips, the practice stream, live stream recordings, lessons, etc. Or you can see what books I recommend and all that fun stuff. But before we do that, we need to get motivated with the great sage Shia LaBeouf, the one who motivates us all. So I'm going to hide him because of copyright. What? Just like give me an error message. Don't do that. Streamlabs. Don't break on me again. We already had one issue here. With the microphone. Here we go. Do it! Just do it! Don't let your dreams be dreams. Yesterday, you said tomorrow. So just do it. Make your dreams come true. Just do it. Some people dream of success. Well, you're going to wake up and work hard at it. Nothing is impossible. You should get to the point where anyone else would quit, and you're not going to stop there. No, what are you waiting for? Do it. Just do it. Yes, you can. Just do it. If you're tired of starting over, stop giving up. Oh, yeah, Shia LaBeouf. We're super motivated now. Oh, look at that flex. Okay. We're not using this. This is a drumming progress sheet that I use when I'm normally practicing like multiple different limb independent stuff. But because I'm learning how to do Songo today, we're just going to skip that. All right, so I'm going to start off with these eighth note timing things here. So if we go into here, I fixed the issue that was in variation 5. So let's go ahead and go into that. And we're going to do the straight version. And for every one of these play-alongs, you just go into the timestamps, you can click, and then it'll take you to the BPM that you would like to practice at. As slow as 20 or as fast as 240. So, you know, we got quite the range to work on stuff. I'm going to turn on my metronome. And we're at 175. And I'm going to just keep looping each one of these measures until it starts to feel relatively comfortable. And then we'll actually try playing through this. And then we'll try playing through some other permutation exercises for eighth note. And then once we get those down, then we'll actually try reading through some charts. And then with all of our powers combined, we will have limb independence on the Songo pattern that I currently can't play. But, you know, these are practice streams, not show-off streams. Okay, so this is a pattern that doesn't change, ideally. Even talking screws me up right now. Eventually I'll be able to like read the chart while replying to questions, but not now. It takes a lot of brain power for me to do this. On the 2. That second note is not lining up with the... I'm getting a little bit of a flam with the snare and the bass, so that's why I'm sitting with it. Okay, last line. Ah, my bad. No. Keep screwing up the pattern with the foot. My eyes are itchy. Why'd you do that, eyes? Sabotage. Here we go. Second line, or second measure, last line. No, I keep screwing it up. Swing and a miss. Alright. Let's try the 3s now. This is the one where I fixed. So 2 days ago, this measure was wrong right here. My bad. I'm sorry. I know. I failed you. It's fixed now. Please forgive me. Okay, so we're on the second line of the fours. Technically the fourth line. Oops. Of the page. Okay, we're on the fives. Or attempting at least. One and a two and a here we go. Nope. Last measure of the page. Try that again. I feel like I'm too close to the wall. Okay, now we're gonna go on to the sixes, and then the sevens, and then ace is just straight eighth notes. Okay, let's try this, and then we'll try actually reading through it as it's written. Last measure of the sixes. one's messing with me. Try that again. Okay, we're gonna try it again. It still doesn't feel comfortable yet. You'll notice that I'm spending like 2 reps, sometimes 4 reps, sometimes 8 reps, sometimes 20 reps. It's changing depending on how it feels, whether it's comfortable, whether it sounds good, whether it sounds inconsistent, etc. Good is relative right now. We're in the learning phase, not the refinement phase. Okay. Oops. Okay, I'm going to stretch and massage now, and then we're going to come back to this, and I'm going to play through it with the actual play along rather than with the metronome that is pumping through my headphones. I don't know if you can hear it or not, but yeah. It's there. Anyways, let's stretch and massage now, then we'll come back to that. Take your sticks, hold them out, pull it in, push it out. Oh, yeah. It's a good stretch. 10 out of 10. Stretches the side of your forearms. You just go back out the way you came. Rotate if you do traditional, hold there, and then hold the other end of the extreme. Do that for 20 to 30 seconds for the hold. Like sit there for 20 to 30 seconds just holding it. But because I don't play traditional anymore, I'm going to skip that. Now we're going to stretch the underside of the forearm. You could do 4 fingers at a time, or you could do 2 at a time. This will make it so that it gives you a deeper stretch if you do it that way. If you feel like you need it. Especially if you feel like you got early signs of like carpal tunnel and whatnot. That is a good stretch specifically for that. Doing 2 at a time. But my hands feel all right. And now we're going to stretch the top side of the forearm. So you do 4 fingers like this. You do this one on your leg. It just goes twice as fast. And then we'll stretch the fingers. And then we'll do our massage routine, which is take a minute or 2. And thumb to thumb. Goes twice as fast, stretching your fingers. we're just going through each pair of fingers. Just giving it a good stretch. Doing finger to finger makes it so that you don't have to do one at a time, so it just goes twice as fast. Feels good doing it this way. Now we're going to massage. So I'm massaging with the thumb on top. Fingers are massaging underneath on the underside of the forearm. You can kind of work your way around. Try and loosen everything up. And switch to the other forearm. Just work your way up and down. Every day your arms are going to feel different. Some days they'll feel tighter. Some days they'll feel more relaxed. But doing this stretch and massage routine every day, at least once a day, ideally twice a day, in the morning, afternoon, or morning, evening, will make it so that your hands can stay healthy and you can drum for a long time. I'm almost 40. I've been drumming since 1998. I can still drum because I take care of my hands. I highly recommend it for y'all, especially if you're younger. I had all sorts of bad technique habits and tight playing that led to all sorts of hand issues, repetitive stress injuries, and whatnot. And it's because I wasn't taking care of my hands. I wasn't taught how to do that. Had I been taught, I would have done it. So I saw a hand specialist and talked to other percussionists. Like, what do you do to take care of your hands? Hey, you're twice my age. What do you do to still be able to drum at that age? Or just talking to like a doctor who literally specializes in hand recovery and surgeries and whatnot. And yeah, so this is routine as a result of that. And I'm actually going to have a video coming out, I think later this week, maybe next week, for like an abridged version of this. Very quick, like couple minutes. Here's how you do this stretch routine. The one I do every stream. All right, cool. So we're now going to play through this whole thing. And there is a click track and like, play along and all that stuff. But you can't hear it on your end because I got it muted. There's like a slight timing delay between these mics and the click track, so it's muted. At least for you. For me, I can hear it great. All right, wish me luck. We'll see how this goes. Still learning this. Uh-oh. Mouse came undone. Why'd you do that, mouse? Weird. All right. Okay, you can close that menu. Thanks. We don't need a right click. Thank you. Thanks. Perfect. Yeah, great. Here we go. Some reading errors and coordination errors, but it honestly went better than I thought it would. But yeah, so let's try it again. So we're gonna stay at the same BPM for right now. And let's do it again. Better than I thought. Not good, but better. Okay. Most of those mistakes, I was adding in extra notes, especially like on the threes for whatever reason. But a lot of that just had to do with like mentally. Like I was thinking about F1, Formula One. Why? I don't know. My brain got distracted apparently. So, full disclosure, that's where most of those errors came from, thinking about Formula One. All right. Let's try some other permutations in here. Okay, so we were able to get through, roughly speaking, variation 5 of this, but there are 4 more that are before this. So let's go to variation 1. Now, a lot of these are currently members first. They're all scheduled to release publicly for free, so you don't need to sign up for membership. I do appreciate the people who have signed up for membership. It does help me out as somebody who has created thousands of resources for free. You don't really make much money doing this. Last time I checked, I made like less than $100 total after, 4 years of work? So that's not a lot. I'm not complaining, by the way. Just saying, for context. It does help me. So thank you. 2, here we go. Let's try that again. A little rough there. Again. 2. 1, 2, here we go. Alright, let's go to variation 2. Click. Because it's a playlist, we can just like skip to the next one. And then just jump to the timestamp to whatever BPM you want. In this case, it was already at 175, but I'm just kind of demonstrating this in case you're just stopping in and you're like, how do I use these play-alongs? Well, that's how. You can go as slow as 40 or as fast as 240 on this play-along. Every click in between. All right, let's try that again. A little rough in some areas, but we survived. We recovered. Again. 1, 2, here we go. All right, again. Yeah, so the 2 pattern in particular is the one that's messing with my brain right now. We'll get it. 1, 2, here we go. Cool. All right, let's try variation 3. Might actually try reading a chart today. I don't know how to go, but we will find out here in a little bit. 175. So each one of these, like the first half of each measure is the same as the previous play-alongs, but the second half shifts it over an 8th note, so it changes the patterns a bit. Here we go. Nope. Yeah, so the thing that messed me up in particular is I read these as offbeats and I was like, wait, that's not right. And then it's just like, it was too much for me to process in such a short amount of time. So I totally just whiffed that line. And then right here, I was like, are those offbeats as well? Like offbeat quarter notes? No, they were not. So that was kind of the root of some of those issues. But let's do it again. 1, 2, here we go. All right, let's actually slow this down to 170, and we'll just let it go one click at a time faster rather than just keep looping the same BPM. So we're going to play through this 6 times. Here we go. 2, a 1, 2, ready, and... Again, 1, 2, here we go. The reaction on YouTube. Here we go. I need to do measure 2 of set my metronome. It's at 175, so a little bit faster, but it's all good. So measure 2 of the 2s in particular is messing with me. Alright. Let's try it with the play along. Two more reps. No. There is no recovery on that one. All right, let's try it again. Again. Okay, not flawless, but like significant improvement there over time. So it's better. Let's go to the fourth variation. Go. And again, we're gonna go whoop to 175. Wish me luck. See how this goes. One, two, ready, and. Better than I thought it would go, to be honest with you. Again. 2, 1, 2, here we go. Cool. We did it. We survived. I will survive. Shh. Okay, so here, the first link at each one of these playlongs will take you back to my website that's got all this stuff on here. For fun, we're gonna, try this now. So we're gonna go into straight charts. They're organized by BPM, so 40 to 59, 60 to 99, 100 to 159, 160 to 240. We're gonna go into straight as opposed to swung. And click, and there's 55 charts in here, so you can pick whatever one you would like to play through. Let's do 26, is that what I clicked on? Nope, 21 to 25. Okay, fine. All right, so we're gonna go to the timestamps, and we're gonna attempt to read this. This might not go good at all. So wish me luck. Luck. Thank you, appreciate you. After we do this, I will then work on my foot, double stroke. So stay tuned for that. 2, 1, 2, ready, and. Okay, so my foot messed up, like there. I was able to recover. Better. After playing with the permutations patterns, I keep on repeat measures. Not as good. A 1, a 2, here we go. Last chart. A 1, a 2, here we go. That was rough. But honestly, better than I thought it was gonna do. For the second day of like learning the Songo and trying to apply it to some charts. But huge progress was made overall with working on that pattern. So again, the pattern is just and the bass drum. And the goal is to be able to read through the charts. But if you follow through the process that I outlined in the limb independence section right here, there's several steps that you go through. The first one is just starting with the ostinato. And then getting to the point where you can talk or do something else with your other limbs. In this case, my left hand. And like draw, sign your name, arrange coins so that it like makes a house, whatever. And then the next step is to be able to play through these permutation patterns through like I was just demonstrating earlier. And then eventually the final step is to be able to actually read through charts while playing the ostinato pattern. And there are several more variations of limb independence patterns in this video that I demonstrate. But if you go all the way down to the tips section under books and gear, I recommend. There are 3 books that like elaborate on different ways that you can do limb independence. My favorite one is Don Moyo's 50 Ways of Syncopation. There are 50 ways in here to work on your limb independence. And then in these 2 books by Gary Chester, New Breed 1 and New Breed 2, that's more like a rock, like hip-hop, R&B ways to work through the charts that are in there or the charts that are on my page. Now what I'm going to do is work on my foot, so the double strokes with my foot. So I'm going to do 2 on the snare, 2 on the bass, and the exercise that I'm going to use for this is Rebound. So this one, sure, we'll do it at 135 to 144. So in the timestamps, we just click, and then it'll count us off after we get set up. As long as the BPM ends with a 0 or a 5, it'll give you a few seconds to get ready. 2, here we go. Snare, snare, bass, bass, snare, snare, bass, bass. Now you can see why I'm practicing this. Trying to get that foot better. Again. I'm gonna actually stop at 139. My foot is tired. All right, last rep. 1, 2, here we go. All right. So what I'm trying to do with this is, for my foot, I'm trying to get so that it's going heel toe, heel toe. So this is specifically from Jojo Mayer's approach, where it's just like this smooth, small motion. And I have a tendency to rest the toe, it's not technically the toe, on the bass drum, and it gets an extra little like, just like a buzz, basically. Or I raise it up too much, and then it gets a ba-da-da instead of 2 notes. I'm getting a 3rd note on there. So that's a technique that I'm trying to work on with this, but my foot is just tired. If you're on YouTube, you can find all of these play-alongs, literally over 2,000 play-alongs, drumming tips, live streams. If you go to my home tab, so if you click on my name, this takes you to here. So under the home tab, we have the drumming, the gaming, the computer science stuff organized neatly. If you click on the drumming content, it will show you all of the drumming playlists. Otherwise, it hides them. But all of them are in here. There's thousands, plural, of exercises and drumming tips and whatnot. If you want to find the website that I was using that had it organized neater than I can on YouTube, the link at the top of each one of the descriptions will take you to that website, which is my website. And then again, all the timestamps for every single BPM are in the description, so it can help you with your practice, so you can practice at whatever BPM you want. But the vertical link here, jaredoleary.com/drum, takes you to this page, which has all the 56 chop exercises, over 900 grid variations, all of the timing exercises, all of the 55 drum charts, the 400 plus marching bass stuff, just under 300 technique exercises, and then all the tips, the live streams, the lessons, blah, blah, blah. Again, if you want to find the books that I recommend, click on this link, and this will take you, some of these, most of these are Amazon affiliate links, so thank you for people who've used it. It gives me 4%-ish back from Amazon with no cost to you. You can find some books I recommend, as well as the pedal I'm using. I'm getting the double bass version of this here within the next month. I'm just, ordered it, waiting for it to arrive. It should be here by February. Stay tuned. Pads I'll use tomorrow when I do a technique stream, and then here are the sticks I'm using, the Jack DeJohnette's, if you're interested in using similar sticks. But anyways, I'm going to call it here. I'm going to get ready for Horizon Forbidden West on PlayStation. If you go to /game on my website, if you go all the way up to here to the gaming content, it'll show you all the highlight reels I made for all the different games that I streamed, as well as the prior live streams for every single game. We just recently beat this game. That was wacky. It's like a bird dating simulator. One of the birds was a ghost. One of them was a serial killer. Like, that's just some of the wackiness. One of them ascended to pudding god. Pudding, like the food. And then they turned the entire world into pudding. Don't believe me? Watch the stream. It's goofy. But anyways, I'm going to call it here. Tomorrow we'll be working on technique. And then 2 days from now, we'll get back on the Songo grind. And we will try and be able to read through some charts with it. We made significant progress today. But, still plenty to work on. But I'm going to call it. I appreciate everybody stopping by. I hope you have a good rest of your day, and maybe I'll see you in the gaming stream here in like 20, 30 minutes. But goodbye.